Welcome to the second part of learning how to work with your birth chart. In the previous video, we already talked about the houses, and the houses really represent life areas that are affected within your life, whereas the signs are the energies that you should strive to embody in order to fully embrace and fully master that life area. So we are really gonna dive deep today, and I also have a series where I started to talk separately about each and every zodiac sign. If you want to go ahead and check it out right here, but this is gonna give you kind of basic groundwork that is gonna allow you to really understand your own birth chart through a simple story, because astrology actually just tells us the story of our soul's development, of the journey of our souls, and it is really simple if you break it down through telling a story. So I'm really excited to be sharing that knowledge with you, because this is really gonna clarify a lot. Believe me, I understand your confusion when you first look at your birth chart and you're like, oh my god, like what is that? But through those stories and through simply understanding what each energy means, it's really gonna make it so much easier for you to understand and to work with your own blueprint. So I'm really excited to dive deep into this with you guys. And if you are new here, welcome. I'm Anna, and I'm a spiritual lifestyle coach and an astrologer. And my purpose is to help you to live a more aligned life, to find your way back into alignment with your soul and with the purpose that you came here to do, because every single one of us has got a purpose in this lifetime. And I'm here to help you discover that and to transform your life. Also, I have very exciting news. I have started a new podcast which is called Phoenix Rising, Your Path to Alignment. And I'm already so excited about that. I just got the message, I channeled it, and now we are here with YouTube and Instagram, and now on top of that, podcast. But when I receive a message, I simply follow it, and let me tell you, this made my life so much easier. But this is a story for another time. So if you want to check out my podcast, then simply follow the link down below. I'm gonna leave it right there for you to check it out. I'm so excited and so proud to be sharing that, because I always wanted to make a podcast and now it just felt like the right time. So enjoy it. And now we are gonna move to our video, and I'm gonna explain to you what each zodiac sign actually means within the zodiacal wheel. So let's start with Aries, because Aries is the first sign, and by the way, we are soon gonna have the Aries season, which I personally find more useful to start your year with the astrological year, because then you can use all of the movements of the planets to your advantage, and it really makes such a huge change. By the way, the official beginning of the new year is actually really not correlated to anything specific. It's just something that we as humanity agreed on, but let me tell you, this is not the perfect time to actually start our year, because the perfect time to start a new year is when Aries arises, and when we have the Aries season, which starts with the spring equinox, for all of those who are curious. But now let's talk about the Aries energy, because you have Aries somewhere within your chart, and this is gonna mark that life area and mark the energy that you should strive to embody, where you need to learn how to be courageous. Because Aries is actually correlated with the first house. Remember, the first house actually symbolized when you come into life. It symbolized your birth. And most of the times when you think of children that are coming into this lifetime, what are they doing? They are screaming, and they don't care about anything. They are just there and they want to be seen. They are courageous like that. Wouldn't you agree? Because, they come into this life kicking and screaming, and this is the energy that you actually should strive to embody. It does not mean that you should be selfish, because Aries really is concerned with itself. And this is not something that is, very negative, because when we do it in a kind way and when we understand why we need that energy within ourselves, it really explains a lot. So Aries is the first zodiac sign, and it really wants you to learn how to embrace who you truly are without having the fear of not being accepted by anybody, without fearing judgment, without being concerned with who everybody thinks about you. Aries wants you to be first at something. It wants you to have that fire, have that connection to your soul, where you're like, this is me, this is how I do the things, and I don't care about what anybody has to say about that. This is the energy that you should strive to embody in that part of your life, because depending on where you have Aries within your chart, This is gonna play a huge role to the life area, and also if you have any planets there, to those planets that are in Aries. But generally, this is the warrior energy. This is the energy where you should not be held back by anything, by any fear. This is what Aries is asking of you, to be courageous in the life area, to be who you truly are and to become authentic within that part of your life. And then we move to the Taurus energy, because Taurus is also correlated with the second house. And what was the second house about? It was about our values, about the 3D reality, about our senses, and this is exactly what type of energy Taurus wants you to embody. It wants you to embody stability and also doing things in a more slow way. So not rushing into things, but really taking everything into consideration and building upon that. It wants you to have the time to experience life through all of your senses. And so it really wants you to embody that sensual energy, to really play around with your senses. And in that life area, it really wants you to have a embodied experience. And this is exactly why it's so strongly correlated with the second house, because the second house is all about this 3D reality. So it really wants you to be grounded. And I wouldn't say stubborn, but like keeping your word, and definitely not like changing around things, but rather staying slow and staying secure but stable, and acknowledging the beauty in that, really connecting to the 3D reality and to all of those bodily experience. This is again gonna depend on the life area that you have Taurus in, but regarding that life area, this is really gonna be the energy that Taurus is gonna ask you to embody. And then we move to Gemini. In our storyline, this was the third house, when the child starts to talk and speak, and this is exactly what the Gemini energy is actually representing. This represents the life area where you need to keep an open mind, where you need to communicate with others, where you need to try new things and kind of never settle for anything, but always experiment. Like, be like this child that just started to learn and experience everything and to communicate its opinion. This is exactly the energy that Gemini is asking of you. So where do you have Gemini in which life area? This is gonna tell you where you need to embody that inner curiosity of this child, where you need to speak freely and communicate and just keep your mind occupied, where you are gonna be concerned with the world of ideas and where you want to explore things and communicate them to others. This is what the Gemini energy is asking of you in that life. And then we move in our storyline to the fourth house and to the energy of Cancer. Cancer is the mother archetype, and it does not mean that you need to become a mother in this life area, but Cancer simply wants you to pay attention to nurturing yourself and others in that life area, and also to leave yourself the room to be more feminine and to feel secure within that life area. So security is really gonna be important for you, and also connecting to your emotions and actually listening to your emotions within that life area. But this is generally what Cancer is asking of you, and this is also gonna be correlated to where you have Moon within your chart. This is gonna tell us even more about this life area, but generally speaking, Cancer is all about security, feeling safe and creating that for yourself as well as for others, and really allowing yourself to sit back into receiving mode and connecting with your emotions. This is really the Cancerian energy at its highest level. And then we move into the fifth house and also to the fifth zodiac sign, which now is Leo. And Leo doesn't need to be, hidden in itself. Leo is now about stepping into your uniqueness, stepping into your individuality, your self-expression and your creativity, connecting with your solar plexus chakra. So wherever you have the Leo energy in, this is gonna be the life area where you want to shine and where you really want to be acknowledged for the things that you are doing, where you want to be creative and where you don't like to be held back by any structures, but where you really want to be seen, where you kind of can connect with that inner child again. This is really gonna be the life area that is gonna give you that childish energy back. And believe me, connecting back with your inner child is gonna probably be the best thing that you can do, especially for those of you who are a little bit on the more serious side and taking everything so seriously. Life does not have to be always so serious. And this is what the Leo energy wants to teach us, to become like this child again. Because believe me, children are so happy. They don't need, all of their dreams fulfilled because they are able to connect with that creative center. They have this amazing energy, and that's why so many people feel that energy reflected back to them when they have their own children or when they play with children, because this is the energy that we secretly are craving. Because as adults, we tend to be programmed by the matrix and starting to feel like everything has to be so hard and we have to be so serious all the time. Leo wants you to see that life does not have to be so serious. At least the life area where you have Leo in, you can tap back into that inner child within yourself, and this can become a very healing process. And then we move into the 7th house, and then we move to the Virgo energy. Virgo really wants to be perfect. Virgo strives for perfection. Virgo takes it a step further. Virgo wants you to self-develop yourself, to strive for perfection. So now you have a quick overview of all of those energies, and I hope that this is giving you a little bit more insight about, what energy you should strive to embody, and that this gives you kind of the basic knowledge of then going deeper with me and the other series where I'm diving deep into each and every zodiac sign. But this is the basic work and the basic understanding that you need in order to then dive deeper into each zodiac sign. But now you should have a basic idea when you look at your chart. It should leave you a little bit less confused than it did before you watched my videos, hopefully. And I really hope that this is gonna give you something to think about. And this is gonna allow you to analyze every life area and see if you are embracing the highest version of that energy or if you're on the lower spectrum of that energy, and how can you strive towards embracing it from another perspective. Now everyone is, the Earth is ascending from the 3D reality to the 5D reality. So we are striving and we are working on embracing every energy on a higher vibrational level. So that's why it's so important to start to work with your chart, because when you understand the energies within your life and within your chart, you can start to embody a higher frequency of that energy, and then you can start ascending and working with the universe, working with our planet and helping it to ascend to another dimension. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video. This was a little bit shorter, but I still hope that you gained the necessary insights. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my new podcast, and also join my Patreon membership. It really supports my work and you get so many perks as a Patreon member. So thank you again. Namaste. I wish everyone an amazing day or night, or whenever you are watching it. I'm sending you all positive energy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.